Hey everyone, AMR back again with some more Weddle. We are going to be doing the Unlimited mode. For those of you that have not watched it on the channel, I'll try to leave a link of it somewhere up here. But all things being considered here, we are going to be doing probably 3 or 4 of the normal mode, and then we are going to go into some hard mode. So hard mode is like literally anyone. It can be kickers, can be offensive linemen, defensive linemen, skill position players, whereas normal mode is just offensive skill position players. So it's quarterback, running back, receiver, and tight end. But as always, if you like today's content, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, helps me out a ton. Let's go ahead and jump into this. But as always, if you like today's content, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let's go ahead and jump into this. All right, so for our first guess here, I think I'm going to go with Jonathan Taylor. I really like him a lot as a player. I think he gives a lot to offer as well. So we know we're in the AFC South. It's not a running back, and they don't play for the Colts. So you're looking at the Houston Texans, the Tennessee Titans, or the Jacksonville Jaguars. You have a number lower than 28, so I'm thinking it's probably a quarterback. I mean, it has to be, right? Way taller than 5'10", older than 23. Doesn't play for the Colts. It's not Davis Mills, because Davis Mills is going to be right around 23. Could it be Ryan Tannehill? It could be Ryan Tannehill. Let's go ahead and put in Ryan Tannehill. Okay, so they do not play for the Tennessee Titans, and it's also not a quarterback. So it's going to be a wide receiver on either... Oh boy, it's going to be a wide receiver on either the Jaguars or the Texans. So some of the most notable receivers I can think of on the Houston Texans are going to be Braden Cooks, who I'm not sure is really all that tall. I think he might be 6'2", which would definitely understand like why that would be highlighted in yellow. He would be pretty close to 30 though, so I don't know if that's going to check out for him. Marvin Jones Jr. also plays for the Jacksonville Jaguars, as well as Laviska Shenault. However, I would think that Laviska Shenault would be closer to the 23-year mark. So let's go ahead and start off with Braden Cooks. Just see where we're at. So it is a wide receiver who plays for Jacksonville. This is going to be pretty tough, honestly. Who else plays for Jacksonville that I would know? I mean, Laviska Shenault it just can't be him. But yeah, so we know it's on Jacksonville. They're taller than 6'1". Like I said, he's too close to the 23-year mark. Who else plays for the Jaguars recently? So you know that DJ Chark got traded to the Detroit Lions. Someone's probably screaming at their computer right now trying to figure it out. Yeah, it's probably Christian Kirk. Is it spelled like this? No. Christian Kirk is a recent signee. Oh, so it's not him either. Okay, so who is their third wide receiver over there in Jacksonville? Who's catching passes for them? So it's a guy who's 26 or 27. Oh, so it's got to be a guy who is... I mean, it literally could be 26 or 27. They have a number lower than 10 by a lot. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. No, it can't be 8, so it's 1 through 7. Thinking about the wide receivers over there on Jacksonville. I mean, I can't get stumped on the very first one. That's just not fun. Who else got traded to Jacksonville that would be of note? I feel like they don't really have many people down there anymore. I'm really kind of drawing a blank here. Maybe I can like look at really quick, see if there's anyone that jumps out to me that I don't know where they're playing. It's definitely a player that I don't necessarily associate with the team, I'm sure. It has to be someone who probably got traded this offseason. Where's Josh Reynolds playing now? I feel like Josh Reynolds has a pretty high number, though. He definitely doesn't have a low number. Looking at all the players here, no one's really kind of jumping out to me just quite yet. Do I just kind of like give up on this one? I feel like I should know this though. It's got to be someone. Oh, it could be Jamal Agnew. Another wide receiver on on the Jacksonville Jaguars who's not these three guys. I got all the way to J, and it wasn't him. That's so infuriating. Okay, so I got to Jamal Agnew. It wasn't him. I'll have to make sure that I cut up this video so that way this ends up being a little bit faster. I mean, I don't know where Josh Reynolds plays now because I don't necessarily think that he plays for... I don't think that he plays for the Detroit Lions anymore. I could be like way off on the mark there. Have no idea, honestly. Could it be Laquan Treadwell? I think Treadwell does play for them. It's another wide receiver. It's another freaking wide receiver for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Are you kidding me? Dude, this is crazy. Who could this be? I mean, I feel like I've named all of them. I mean, I'm just like looking through the list here. I mean, I already did Marvin Jones. Did I not do Marvin Jones Jr. yet? Are you kidding? It's Zay Jones. I named 5 wide receivers for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it wasn't any of them. That is crazy. Okay, what a way to start off, by the way. Let's go ahead and do Travis Etienne. Travis Etienne, we got another AFC South guy, but they are in the AFC. They are a short guy. So, and it's not a running back who's that short. So that is pretty crazy to me that it's not a quarterback. I mean, it could be a quarterback, but it's not a running back is what I meant to say. So it could be a very, very short wide receiver who has a number greater than 1. I mean, this guy's really short. He's going to be like 5'9" or 5'8". He doesn't play in the AFC South. AFC North, who are some shorter guys up there. So looking at the Browns, I don't really see anyone being that short. Looking over at the Cincinnati Bengals, no one's really that short. They're actually pretty all tall over there. Pittsburgh Steelers, they're all pretty tall as well. I guess it could be Deontay Johnson's too close to 23. Looking over at the Baltimore Ravens, so you got Rashad Bateman, who he's too close to 23 as well, so I don't see him being it. Duvernay is number 14. He's probably close to 23 as well. So looking over at the AFC East, you have the Dolphins. Dolphins there could be someone that I'm missing out on. It could be Tyreek Hill. Okay, so it is an AFC East wide receiver who's 28 years old, has a number greater than 10 by a lot. They don't play for Miami. So who else is in that division? You got Buffalo, the Giants, or no, you got Buffalo, the Patriots, and the Jets. So who on the Jets could this be? I mean, could it be Braxton Berrios? Put in Berrios, see what happens. Pretty close. He is 5'9". It's not a player on the Jets. So it's a player on the Patriots or the Bills. Bills is pretty, 28. Cole Beasley, I think, is number 10. And he's not on the roster currently. Gabriel Davis is taller than you think. Stephon Diggs is definitely taller than that. Who else is a receiver over there? No one of that age. 28 is pretty old. Is Emmanuel Sanders still on the team? He's not. Just make sure. Nope. Yeah, he's not on the team anymore. I mean, it's got to be the Patriots then, right? Could it be Kendrick Bourne? Let's see. Kendrick Bourne's a little bit taller, so it is a player on... It's a player on the Bills. So it's a player on the Bills who isn't any of the guys that I just listed off in my head. So here we are again, looking through all of these players again. Anyone that might jump out to me that plays for the Bills, probably someone that got switched over in the offseason. I'm probably not going to be able to get this one again, which is pretty wild to me because I've been on a hot streak in Weddle for quite some time now. So I'm a little disappointed in myself to be having like 2 stumpers back to back, but I did list 5. I listed 5 Jaguar wide receivers, I'm like thoroughly impressed with my ability to do that much. So I think I outperformed. Let's be honest. Okay, so what are we looking for? We're looking for a wide receiver for the Bills who isn't Stephon Diggs or Gabriel Davis. Who else is pretty old? 28 years old at 5'9". Who are some of like the veteran guys who've been around the league for a little while? I mean, Randall Cobb, he's way older than 28, though, I'd have to imagine. Not Sammy Watkins. Sammy Watkins now plays for the Packers. Man, I'm really kind of grasping here. Oh, it could be Isaiah McKenzie. Oh, no, here we go again, man. Oh, no, here we go again. It's like, I don't live my brother. All right, I'm going to lose my freaking mind. This is like going to be one of those ones where I feel like I list off all of these guys again, and I'm just not going to be able to get this. I mean, where does Kumaro play? Kumaro plays for... He does play for Buffalo. Dude, come on. Give me a bone here. Give me something. Like, I can't go through this type of torture again. Oh, doesn't Robert Woods play for the Bills now? Shut up. Gimme. Oh, he plays for the Tennessee Titans. Damn it, dude. I thought I pulled one out of my ass right there. Oh, man. Ooh. He was the right age? He was the right age. I just didn't really make the connection there. I mean, I'm really surprised it's not Isaiah McKenzie. Isaiah McKenzie definitely had a couple of good games last year for them, so... Damn. This is pretty tough, honestly. I really don't know who this could be. Let's go ahead and... Where did Zach Pascal go? I'm trying to think, and I know he's not on the Colts anymore. I want to say that he went to the... I think he might have went to Buffalo, honestly. Let's go Zach. Hold on, before I do that, I just want to make sure. I gotta check all my boxes here, man. There's a number probably like in the 7. Could be 81, could be 80. Could it be Tajay Sharp? I think Tajay Sharp plays for the Falcons, I want to say. Come on. There's like nobody jumping out to me either. This is like really frustrating. Oh boy. Where'd Van Jefferson go? Did he re-sign with them? Okay, so I'm going to go with Zach Pascal. It was Jamison Crowder. Okay, so first of all, I would have never gotten this because I did not associate Jamison Crowder with the Bills. What I've noticed in these Weddle games is like, unless you're keeping up with all of the offseason acquisitions and stuff, you're not going to get these players. Like there are people that you cannot associate with the team. Most of these guys are signed in the offseason, and that's who they're picking here. Let's go ahead and do an NFC player. So an NFC player over in the West. I mean, let's just do Elijah Mitchell. Okay, so we got literally the worst possible guess ever. I mean, maybe not. We know it's not a running back. They're great. They're taller than 5'10". They're older than 24. They have a number greater than 25, so it's probably not a quarterback. It's probably a wide receiver. And the AFC, a veteran wide receiver in the AFC. So could it be Devontae Adams? Okay, it's in the AFC West. So could it be... So can't be Keenan Allen because he's number 13. Who plays for... the Broncos? It can't be anyone from the Broncos because you got Cortland Sutton, who's number 14. That can't be him. You have Vegas. You have the Chiefs. Anyone from the Chiefs could be it could be Travis Kelce. It very much could be Travis Kelce, actually. Let's try that. It is Travis Kelce. So we're going to play one more of the normal mode, and then we're going to flip over to the hard mode. Kind of crazy that we were able to get that one in 3 guesses after really, really struggling to get anywhere else in the other half. Let's go with someone on the Bears. Let's go with Khalil Herbert. So again, probably the worst guess possible, maybe. It worked out pretty well for us last time, but we know it's a player in the AFC, not a running back. They're taller than 5'9". They're around 24, so it could be 25, 26. They have a number lower than 24, so it's probably a quarterback in the AFC. AFC quarterbacks, let's just go ahead and throw out Justin Herbert. What did it say for age? Oh, so yeah, I guess that kind of didn't make sense with the age. Could it be Derek Carr? No, way too old. Could it be Patrick Mahomes? It for sure could be Patrick Mahomes, but it's not a quarterback, so why would I say that? It's definitely a wide receiver or a tight end. Damn, Justin Herbert is 6'6". Good for you. So it's going to be a tight end. I think Darren Waller is close to this, but his number doesn't align with that. So I'm thinking that it's probably a wide receiver. A wide receiver who's like 6'5" or 6'4". Got a number greater than 10, less than 24. I mean, all signs are kind of pointing here to it could be Devontae Adams. It could be, what's his face? Keenan Allen. But it can't be Keenan Allen because he doesn't play for the Chargers. It could be Courtland Sutton. I think Courtland Sutton's only I think he's pretty tall, actually. I'm going to go Courtland Sutton, actually. Let's go Courtland Sutton. It is Courtland Sutton. Hell yeah. I feel good about that, actually. Go ahead and switch over into the hard mode. So here in the hard mode, let's go ahead and start off with Teron Armstead. Pretty old guy. He's 30 years old, but he's 6'5". Got a lot of information here. Doesn't play in the AFC, plays in the NFC. It is on the offensive side of the ball. They're pretty young. They have a number way low, so I think that it might be beneficial for us just to pick some type of a running back in the NFC who is pretty small. Let's go with Dalvin Cook. Just see where we're at. Maybe it's a running back. It is a running back. They don't play in the North. They are 5'11" or 6 foot. They're older than 26, and they have a number greater than 4. So my mind's immediately going to Leonard Fournette. What the? Hold on. Did Dalvin Cook change his number? Bruh. Dalvin Cook changed his number. That's crazy to me. But my mind is immediately going to Leonard Fournette here. So let's go ahead and jump over to him. Okay, so it's a number greater than 20. So the guy is 27 years old. It's a number greater than 7 by a lot. They are 5'11". They're a running back, but they're not in the NFC South or the North. So it's in the East or the West. A running back who is about 5'11". I mean, I would think maybe Ezekiel Elliott. Let's go ahead and do Ezekiel Elliott and just see if that gets us the information that we need for the NFC East. So it is a player in the West. So it's a running back in the West. Who do we have? We have Darrell Henderson, Cam Akers. Cam Akers is way too young, so it could still be Darrell Henderson, I think. The 49ers running back room is literally first and second year runners, so it can't be any of them. Looking over at the Seahawks, could it be Rashad Penny? It could be Rashad Penny. Could be Chris Carson as well. Chris Carson actually seems pretty viable for this. Looking over at the running backs it can't be. Yeah, it can't be James Conner. I think his number is number 6 on. Yeah, I think he's number 6 on Arizona Cardinals. Let's go ahead and try out Darrell Henderson. Oofda. So he's 5'8", actually. Doesn't play for the Rams. Could it be Chris Carson here? It is Chris Carson. So we were able to get him. That's actually a pretty tough one because there's a lot of rumors going around that he might not actually play another snap in the NFL. Really sad, honestly. Let's do Greg Gaines. Okay, so it is a player on the defensive side of the ball on the AFC. They are greater than 6'1". Let's go with, they have a number greater than 91. So, oh my God, it's going to be a left or right edge. Could it be, they're greater than 26. Could it be Calais Campbell? It could be. Okay, so it is a D end for Baltimore. Jesus Christ. 6'8"? I mean, bruh. Okay, so it's number 94 or 95. 94 or 95 on Baltimore's defensive line. Does Ngakoue still play for them? Yeah, Yannick Ngakoue. He doesn't play for them anymore, unfortunately, so that was probably a wasted guess. I don't know anyone else who plays DN for the Baltimore Ravens. There's like really nothing coming to my mind either. I'm trying to think who's on the other side of the ball of him, and the only people that I can think on that Baltimore defense is Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Peters, Calais Campbell, Patrick Queen, and I think that's pretty much all the people I can name on that defense. Do Humphrey, Marlon Humphrey, Patrick Queen. I really have no idea who this could be. Dante Fowler Jr. Who else? Aaron Donald. I just want to find out the answer because there's really no way I'm going to get this. So Derek Wolfe. That was my next guess. Go ahead and switch over here into the next one. Okay, so does Richie Incognito still play? He does not. Thank God. That guy was like the worst human being ever. Let's do Cody Whitehair. Cody Whitehair. Center for the Bears. So the player in the AFC, they're on the offensive side of the ball. They have a number at exactly 65. So could this just be Quentin Nelson? My mind goes straight to him. He's number 56. He's not 65. Dumbass. Okay, so it is a player on the offensive side of the ball. They're not a guard, so it's probably a tackle or a weird numbered tight end. Oh, man. They're in the AFC. I mean, are there any people that I can name who are 65? What number is Batonio? He's also a guard for 75. Tackles. Tackle that wears 65 in the AFC North. Oh. I mean, is there anyone I can name on the offensive line who, I mean, it's a pretty young guy, so it's got to be someone that got drafted. AFC, you got Baltimore, Cincinnati, and who's the other team? Baltimore, Cincinnati, Cleveland, and the Steelers. Oh, I don't know. I have no idea who this could be. I mean, I'm trying to think of... I know the guy. I have a feeling I know who it is. He got drafted by the Bengals last season. And he was actually really... I mean, he's damn good. I just have literally no idea what the guy's name is. So, probably going to skip ahead and see if they're like... I mean, I'll skim here. So, bear with me. That's who I was thinking of, I think. I think I was thinking of Awuzie. So it's a player on either... It's a player on the Steelers or they're on the Baltimore Ravens. I couldn't tell you any of them, so we're just going to go ahead and skip here. So it's Dan Moore Jr. Never in a million years am I going to get that one. Let's go ahead and start off with a kicker. This will probably be the last one, honestly. So it's not a special teams player. They don't play in the NFC. As a player who has a number greater than 9 and they're younger than 39, so Robbie Gould probably was not the best option, honestly. Go ahead and switch over to the AFC. Who is an AFC quarterback? I mean, just pick one, man. Josh Allen? Josh Allen's really young. So it is a player in the AFC. They're not a quarterback, but they are just shy of 6'5". So probably going to be a tight end or a wide receiver. Pretty young as well. They play for Miami. Ooh. So they either play for Miami, the New England Patriots, or the New York Jets. Why is it like so hard to list off all those teams when I'm like sitting here thinking about this stuff? It'd be Corey Davis. Corey Davis definitely has a number like way higher than this, I think. What number's Corey Davis? It's Corey Davis. That was crazy how fast I got that one. I guess we can go ahead and try one more. Let's do Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan's probably a bad guess as well. He is 6'4", number greater than 2, younger than 36, player in the NFC, of course. Who's a wide receiver in the NFC at that height? Let's do Devontae Adams. I have no idea how tall he is. Pretty short, actually. And he plays in the AFC now. So that was pretty bad. We did get a little bit of information. We know that they are 28 or 29. They are 6'4", obviously. They're not on the offensive side of the ball, so that was just a horrible guess. NFC player, could it be Bobby Wagner? No. Bobby Wagner is definitely not anywhere near that age. 6'4". They have a number way more than 17. NFC linebackers that stood out. I mean, it's going to be one of these crazy, stupid little things. Let's think about this. Let's like rattle off some people. Roquan Smith, it could be him. So it's on the defensive side of the ball. Okay, so Roquan's a little young. Player even more than 58, so we're getting closer and closer to probably a defensive lineman. They're not in the north, so they're going to be in the south, the east. Could it be Vita Vea? Vita Vea, I think, is a little too young. Ooh, very close, actually. Vita Vea is damn close. So it's a player in the east or the west, the NFC. It is a D tackle. Could it be Chase Young? Chase Young's a little too young. Who else is on that defensive line over there? I don't think it could be any one of those guys. NFC East got the Philadelphia Eagles, so definitely not Fletcher Cox. He's way too old. Who else plays over there? I mean, it's always like a shit storm for whoever wants to win that division. Okay, so yeah, you have the New York Giants. It's not. I don't think it'd be any of the New York Giants players either. D tackle. Who did Dallas just get? I don't know. My eyes. Let's go with players in the West. I mean, could we try Gaines? Oh, Gaines is pretty young. He does have a pretty high number as well. So it is a D tackle for the Rams. Damn, he almost fits that criteria perfectly. Unfortunate, honestly. So if it's not him, I think I'm really going to struggle here to figure out who this could be. Like, then there's a W name that's kind of like in my mind here. Could it be Alex Leatherwood? Is that who I'm thinking of? No. Who's the guy who plays for? None of these guys are like really striking me. Wolford kind of sounds like it could be. But none of these guys are like really jumping out to me. Man. Dude, I don't know who's a compliment to Greg Gaines on that line. 27 years old at 6'4". Gaines is only 6'1", by the way. He plays very big for how good he is. I mean, he plays very big. He's 94, 95, 96, or 90. Yeah, 94 through 96. I really don't. I can't think of a single player on that line. I'm just gonna grab whoever, and then Ashawn Robinson. Dude, I actually got pretty close to getting him just by like scrolling down the list. But that's gonna do it for today's episode. As always, if you like today's content, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. But I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.